Today, a ruined village shrine, a viral post claiming Khmer temples belong to someone else, and a mother saying quietly, her field is gone. The images were shared thousands of times. The voices we'll hear were almost erased. This is Border Voices, when villages become front lines for Khmer heritage.
Welcome to NSP Plus TV. I'm Nisa. I track the online trails, the posts, the accounts, the deletions. Our monitoring shows how digital lies meet real-world pressure and why that matters for villages and temples.
And I'm Norn. Here we expose wrong claims, protect Khmer heritage, and stand with the people whose lives are on the line. The facts are clear. The evidence is undeniable. Stand with Cambodia.
We'll tell 3 short stories today. 3 border communities that reported land loss, temple damage, and repeated cultural appropriation. We'll pair those stories with the digital evidence behind the narratives, explain the legal context, and give you a practical toolkit to help protect families and heritage.
Case 1. A village on the northeastern border. A small community shrine, centuries old, was found toppled 2 months ago. Villagers woke to trampled offerings and a stone lintel cracked in 2. A villager told our team, in a voice that shook, that a boundary marker had moved overnight and tractors appeared at dawn. He said, "We have nowhere to plant. We have nowhere to bury our dead."
From our side of the record, the same week we found a social media thread that circulated photos of the damaged shrine with a caption that rewrote the story, claiming the site belonged to another community across the border. The post had thousands of shares before platforms started removing copies. Our research shows coordinated reposting across several accounts.
Case 2. Further south, a family reported heavy machinery near a small Angkorian-era pavilion. The family sent us a voice memo. "They said our land is theirs now," the speaker said, speaking quietly. "My father built the terrace. My children played here." That pavilion is not a monument on a map. It's a memory, a marker of identity.
And online, we discovered something else. A viral short-form video claiming those pavilion scenes were evidence that the site belonged to another country, clipped, captioned, and pushed by accounts that had recently surged followers. We traced repost chains, archived early copies, and documented timestamps before some versions were deleted.
Case 3. Cultural erasure at scale. A trending post insisted that Khmer classical dance sequences and a particular costume detail, the spy, were originally from across the border. That post folded into mockery and insults aimed at young Khmer performers. The damage here is both symbolic and immediate. When a culture is discredited online, it weakens the confidence of the next generation.
Here's the digital evidence we collected. An initial post on a high-reach account, 2 copied posts with near-identical captions, and a cluster of accounts that amplified the message within hours. The original post was taken down, but we archived it and captured the repost tree. We also captured comments, dozens of dehumanizing insults and direct calls to delegitimize Khmer traditions.
Let's be clear. Social posts don't appear in a vacuum. They shape how people act. When influencers rewrite origins or when accounts amplify lies about our temples, it becomes easier for actors on the ground to claim land or dismiss heritage protections.
Now I want to show you exactly what we documented. The first screenshot, a cropped image of the ruined shrine with a caption claiming ownership. The caption used repeated phrases we've seen before. The same language appears in 5 other posts this month. The numbers matter. Combined, those posts reached an estimated 600,000 viewers in 5 days. Next, repost chains. Account A, original high-reach account, posts. Accounts B, C, and D copy the same caption, but add more inflammatory language. 2 of those accounts were linked to smaller networks that show bot-like behavior, sudden follower spikes, repeated posting patterns, and identical comment scripts. The pattern is clear: amplification to shape perception fast.
We won't name those accounts on the air today, to avoid amplifying harmful content and to protect people who reported to us. But you should know this: the strategy is familiar. Rewrite the claim, seed doubt, then flood the space with copies so the false narrative looks like the majority view.
It's time for short history and law, why these claims matter beyond insult. Cambodia's temple sites, the stones, the carvings, the rituals tied to them, are living history. Our ancestors built these monuments. International law and UNESCO protections recognize heritage rights, but local land law and sovereignty matters too. When ownership claims shift, protections weaken.
Legally, land rights in rural Cambodia depend on documentation, title deeds, cadastral records, and community testimony. When those records are thin, the risk of encroachment rises. Temple claims complicate things further because a contested cultural narrative can be used to justify land claims or to delay intervention by authorities.
From the monitoring perspective, when a narrative shifts online, suddenly a site belongs to another group, platform moderators see a flood of complaints and posts. Sometimes platforms act, sometimes content disappears only to reappear. That deletion pattern is why we prioritize archiving immediately. Screenshots, Internet Archive captures, and metadata make evidence durable.
We recorded anonymized statements from villagers who asked us to protect their identities. One elder, his voice low with memory, said, "My father showed me where the stones leaned. My son saw tractors where we once planted rice." Another woman told us she's afraid to speak in public because of online insults being repeated against her family at the market.
We also contacted a heritage NGO working in the provinces. Their statement, paraphrased with permission, warned that when cultural ownership is misrepresented online, international support can be misdirected and conservation funds withheld. They urged documentation and rapid reporting to both platforms and heritage authorities.
So what can you do, whether you're in Cambodia or in the diaspora? First, document safely. If you encounter damage or claims, take dated photos and videos, note time and place without revealing exact coordinates if it endangers people, and record witness statements with consent.
Second, archive digital material immediately. Use the Internet Archive's Save function. Take full-resolution screenshots, preserve comment threads, and note account names and follower counts. We recommend storing copies in at least 2 places, a cloud archive and an offline backup. Our research shows deleted posts are often restorable when archived quickly. Third, report content to platforms with evidence. Use the platform's hate speech or misinformation reporting tools. Attach your archived links and reference specific policy violations. When possible, coordinate reports. Several independent reports increase visibility. If you don't feel safe reporting, send evidence to trusted NGOs or to NSP Plus TV. We will guide you on safe next steps.
Fourth, amplify verified truth. Share reliable sources, UNESCO listings, academic studies, and trusted heritage organizations, rather than repeating inflammatory posts. Correct false captions with calm, sourced facts. Simple corrections can slow the spread of a lie.
We've prepared a short reporting template you can use. 1. Describe what you saw and when. 2. Attach archived links or screenshots. 3. List witness names or affiliations if available. Anonymize if necessary. 4. State which platform policy you believe is violated. Save a copy and send it to local authorities, an NGO, or to our email at NSP Plus TV.
A word on safety. If you document, protect identities. Do not post exact coordinates or full names of witnesses if that could invite retaliation. We coordinated timing and anonymity with our local contacts before publishing any testimony on this episode. Their protection is our priority.
We also archived all our digital evidence to multiple repositories before the episode released. That included the Internet Archive, a secure show server, and time-stamped documentation. If you send tips, we will follow similar protections and confirm consent before any public disclosure.
Now, 3 simple actions you can take right now. 1. Archive any harmful posts you see. 2. Share credible resources instead of inflammatory clips. 3. Send tips or evidence to NSP Plus TV so we can investigate and support local communities.
If you are a diaspora listener or part of an NGO, consider legal support for affected families, contribute to documentation projects, and push platforms for better moderation in Khmer language content. Your influence matters. Funders and partners can tip the balance in favor of protection.
Thank you for listening to these voices. We will continue to document, verify, and defend Khmer heritage. The people who shared their stories with us asked only one thing: don't let their experience be forgotten.
Send us evidence, send questions, send corrections. We verify everything before we publish. Our research shows that coordinated action and careful documentation make a difference.
If this episode mattered to you, subscribe to NSP Plus TV. Share this episode with family, friends, and community leaders. If you have tips from border communities or archived posts, send them to our secure tip line. The facts are clear. The evidence is undeniable. Stand with Cambodia.